All right, so as you guys saw, I did a bit of traveling last week. My goal was to get into Seattle on Sunday night because I had to be in the office nice and early Monday morning. However, one of the big problems with the Providence airport, in addition to the fact that it's not even in Providence, it's in Warwick, which is like 15 minutes south, is the fact that it doesn't fly anywhere direct to at least anywhere you'd want to go. So in order to get to Seattle, I had to have a connecting flight in New Jersey, and given the fact that the weather was pretty shitty, I got delayed in Providence and I got delayed again in New Jersey, to the fact where I ended up missing my connecting flight, and they told me they didn't have any other flights available until tomorrow. So they gave me two options. Number one, I could get a nice hotel room in nice New Jersey on a cold January evening. I know, sounds pretty exotic. Or I could try to travel as far west as I could, and then that way in the morning when I got up to travel again, it would be a shorter flight to Seattle overall. So I took option number two, and they actually sent me to Las Vegas, which in theory sounds pretty sweet because I think of things like The Hangover. I've been to Vegas plenty of times before. But the problem is given the situation, and again, the fact I had to be into work as early as possible on Monday, I was in Vegas for a total of 5 hours. And I know plenty of you out there could cause some damage in those 5 hours, but for me, it was just enough time to check into Caesar's Palace, get something to eat, get a beer, take a dump, go to sleep, and I was up and out of there by 4 a.m. So an early day, got into Seattle in the early afternoon, but another issue was that they ended up losing my luggage and I didn't get it till that evening. So I had to wear the same clothes for 2 days straight, smelling pretty fresh, and it was definitely a bad start to the week. But the rest of the week went really well. I showed you an outside shot of Seattle Fitness. That's a gym that I've been to plenty of times there because it's on the same block as my office. However, I didn't train there because although it's convenient in location, they're not really conducive to the way I like to train. So they have a deadlift platform, a squat rack, and one bench press, but it's not really a good environment for powerlifting. So I was lucky enough to train at Seattle Strength, but I didn't get any footage just because it was my first time in this gym. It's a privately held gym. A few people were in there, but not a very big space, so hard to set up a camera. And I didn't want to just whip out my BBC, big black camera, without really getting to know the environment too much. And literally I was just there to train. So that's what I did, trained there 3 times, met a few people who actually watch my channel and compete as well. They have a meet coming up at Chris Duffin's gym in a couple of weeks, so good luck to all you guys that I met. I do want to get footage next time I'm there. I talked to the owner. He said I'm more than welcome to come back and train there, which is awesome because, again, sweet gym with bench presses, the competition style bench, deadlift platform, squat racks, Texas power bars, so pretty much anything I could ever want. So looking forward to that. I did post a few pictures on Instagram and other social media sites. Came home, worked on some heavy squats, so starting to build my squat back up. My knee is feeling better. Did some triples with 455, which is the heaviest I've gone in a long while. And while they looked fairly high and moved fairly slow, they actually felt pretty good, so I'm excited to keep doing that. It was also interesting to squat in sweatpants for the first time ever. I've never squatted in pants. You know me, I'm more of a shorts and high socks kind of guy, so that was interesting as well, and did some bench. And I'm going to be making some changes to my programming because I'm really not happy where it is. I have been making progress, but it's not ideal for the way I like to train. So before, when I was training 3 times per week, I didn't feel that was frequent enough, and I felt the volume was too high. I tried the 5 times per week and just really wasn't feeling benching 5 times in a week. So I think I'm going to settle on a 4-day split. You'll kind of hear more about those changes as time goes on. And I might actually have to drop out of the USAPL meet because I might be in Florida for a wedding during the time, but not Del Rey, unfortunately. More towards Jacksonville. Otherwise, you, me, and Lord Genova might be getting a nice collab there. But stay tuned for more information about that. I might try to find another USAPL meet just so I can qualify for nationals. If that happens to be the case, you guys will always know. So in the meantime, as always, thanks for watching and stay big.
It's a new year, it's a new you. What hasn't changed, however, is the National Academy of Sports Medicine is still offering their 2-week free trial of their services if you'd like to become a certified personal trainer and make all kinds of money in the fitness industry. Make sure you check them out at myusatrainer.com/CampbellFitness.